You have to speak into the mic.
So we are going to estimate the volume of a composite solid. We're going to focus on subtraction. Composite is made up of various parts combined. Okay, so here are the steps. Again, you don't have to write this down because we already wrote these yesterday. The only difference is you're going to put a subtraction sign, and then you're going to subtract, this if needed, and then round, and don't forget it's units cubed. All right, so I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so what two shapes do we have here? We have a cylinder and a sphere. So we can say volume total, no, you can just watch this one, equals the volume, or we'll do the cylinder first, minus the volume of the sphere. So the volume, the formula is pi r squared h. This one is 4 pi r cubed over 3. Remember, if there's no h, it's cubed. That's how you remember that. So 3.14 times, this is the diameter, so the radius is 10. 10 squared times my height is 20. And then we're going to calculate that out. So I need Nina. Yes. Yeah, you're my passer outer. Thank you, Mina, for passing out those calculators.
Thank you, Mina.
Okay. All right, so 3.14 times 100 times 20. 6,280. So that's for the cylinder. And then the sphere is 4 times 3.14 times. It's going to have the same radius because it takes up the same width. So 5 cubed over 3. Or divided by 3. Okay, so you can put in your calculator 4 times 3.14 times 5, shift arrow, divided by 3. What? Oh, God. 523.33, just round to the hundredths. Then we're going to take those. So notice which one I put first. I put the larger one first, like the outer one, because we're subtracting. And then the inner one second. So I'm going to subtract 6280 minus 523.33. What do you get? So volume total, 0.67 what? cm cubed. All right, so that's how you do it. It's the same, except you're going to subtract. And it does get a little bit more complex than this. So, now, I want you, just for simplicity, just draw the square and then draw like the cone like this. Okay, just so that, I mean, you don't have to, I guess you can go like this for the cube. All right, so which is the outer figure? So we have the volume total. Which one's the outer, the larger figure? Okay, and it's all 10 by 10 by 10. So it's a cube, but we're going to put prism, volume of the prism. You can put volume of the cube. And we're going to minus the volume, what's inside? The cone. Okay, so there's our initial statement. So a prism is, you can do either of these. You can do the area of the base times the height, but the area of the base is really length times width, and then times the height. So some people have learned it like this, length times width times height, and that's fine. And so this would be 10 by 10 by 10. So 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Okay, so there's this first volume. Now let's look at the cone. Pi r squared h over 3. So 3.14. All right, let's look at, what is that, 5? 5 squared is the radius. And then the height of the cone is 10, because it goes the whole distance of the box. So times 10 and then divided by 3. So 3.14 times 25 times 10 divided by 3 is 261.6. We're going to round 67. And that's about, because we're using pi. This one is exact. The prism is exact, but this one is about, because we're using the 3.14. So now we're going to subtract these two, 1,000 minus 261. My volume total is what? What is it? 738.33 what? cm cubed. What happened?
What?
What happened, Julian?
Oh, I went to the office.
You went to the office? How come you went to the office, Julian?
I was young and dumb.
Oh. Is that Pioneer Pride right there? I don't think so.
They just wanted to run
Okay, here's your turn. Here is your turn. Julian, because I'm a nice person, I'm going to print the last two slides notes for you since you had to go to the office. Okay. So, okay, I will. Okay, so now we're going to subtract 441.12 minus 1473.71, and you get how much? 2,947.42. I think that was when it was 70. So this would be 141. And then it is centimeters cubed. All right, so let's go to the next one. If you had 42, because you didn't put the 1 there, that's fine. If it tells you to round to a specific spot, then yes, you'll get a mark down for not rounding correctly. All right, so now let's look at this one. So I want you to draw a square, and then there's 4 across, and 1, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, it's what? Okay, so draw your little shape right there, and then you can, make it a box. Well, draw your shape. Okay, now, yes. Tennis balls of diameter of 8 are packed in a box 40 by 32 by 10. So this is 40 by 32, and then the height is 10. The tennis balls inside, they have a diameter of 8. So, how much space is left unfilled? So, what do we need to do? Volume total equals, what's the outer shape? Rectangular prism. So we'll say volume of the prism minus, what are we going to subtract? A a sphere, but how many? How many? There's 4 times 5. So times 20 volumes of this sphere. Okay, so whatever you come up with a sphere, you've got to multiply it by 20 before you subtract it. Okay, so we'll just use length times width times height. I think that's easier for you guys to, because then you just put 40 times 32 times 10. Yeah, I will accept either large BH or length times width times height. You just got to know that really that is BH. Okay, so BH. Because on the test it gives you this. Alright, so minus, or formula is what? 20 times, and then sphere, 4 pi r cubed over 3. And then this would be 20 times 4 times 3.14 times, what is my radius of my sphere? 4, right? Because the diameter is 8. So 4 cubed over 3. So after I find this, then I'm going to multiply times 20. Don't multiply times 20 first. Multiply times 20 after you find this. So we have 400 times 32 is what? 10 times 40 is 400.
Oh. Well,
12,800. So this is for the prism. Okay, what is one sphere? 4 times 3.14 times 4 shift arrow divided by 3. 267.94. I should hear more than Eden. Okay. Because all of you have calculators. And then you times that by 20. So 4,019.2, is that what you have? Yes, can someone verify that? Okay. So 12,800 minus, are you sure that's right?
No, I was saying, what?
I don't know. Let's see. 4 times 3.14 times 4 cubed divided by 3. 267.94. It's actually 95. Times 20. Okay, so let me erase this. 5358 points. I have 0.93 because I didn't, when I calculated it, I didn't end it, and I just hit times 20. Okay, let me borrow that. So 12,800 minus 53. 7441.07. What's a centimeter cubed? All right.